trust and no call. All a brother need is a #1 call. And we can hook up on my next day off. We can spend the night, or you can spend the evening in tight. Doing what it is, what they like. I just wanna say,
sexy lady.
y'all say, hey,
Give me your number, girl.
give me your number, you tell them roll with a nigga, roll with a. Y'all say,
Sexy lady.
y'all say, hey,
'Cause I wanna rock your world.
roll with a nigga, roll with a nigga.
Sexy lady.
Such a quarter honey's head.
Give me your number, girl.
Yeah, you tell them roll with a nigga, roll with a nigga.
Sexy lady. 'Cause I wanna rock your world.
Roll with a nigga, roll. I wanna.
Wish you on Saturday. Pick you up on Saturday.
What they do? You tell them, uptown, baby.
I'ma come get you on Saturday. Pick you up this Saturday. Maybe you can give me some Sunday. Damn, girl, sexy as you want, baby. Not the boy you see, you ain't got in front of me. Get the money,
Next thing you know, she down a nigga. Sexy lady, sexy lady. Head on the shoulder, plus a sexy crazy. Like Jay-Z and Beyonce. Even though I treated her wild street. Took her to the hotel teas and was some foreplay. Now shorty calling me up when she want it. It's obvious we in the club, she be on me. I ain't Mikey B, but she could be my to the song.
sexy lady.
Come on, hey.
Give me your number.
Roll with a nigga, roll with a nigga.
Sexy lady. I wanna rock your world.
Roll with a nigga, roll with a nigga.
I wanna get you on Saturday. Pick you up on Saturday. Maybe we can go get your back. I'ma come get you on Saturday. Pick you up this Saturday. Maybe you can give me some what's the name? Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Sunday, Wednesday, Thursday. Sunday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
You're gonna dig this.
Hey, yo, Scotty, you going crazy for this one. We see what you're doing, we salute you. Hey, let's get it started. It's backpack, capital one. What's in your wallet? Got a call from my man, A. Scott. I said I got it. Love that you highlighting all of these black colleges. Try to pay me for doing this. Look, bruh, if you don't get off my line with that foolishness, voice of the Swac, pull up where you at, no cap. If the Brody is speaking the soft facts, my advice, tune in to every show. Captain Petty, but we know that the sergeants are with the smoke. Speculate, just tell me what is we doing. Get into it, okay, look, I'ma say this and keep it moving. My boy Scotty, man, he offered the leash. Black grad, paying college, I'm glad that he called me. Walking, cause we all been taught that talk is cheap. Even primetime knows Scott for the HBCU streets.
What is going on? What is going on? It's your boy Scotty. I'm back in the building. You're watching Off Script. Now listen, we're gonna do a Swac 7, week 7. recap. Excuse me, you saw me eating. I was trying to scarf it all down before I came on the show real quick. All right. I'm not sharing nothing. All right. I'm not sharing nothing. Hey, hook me up. You know, we went to Bethune. Hook me up. Hook a brother up. You know what I'm saying? For real. Hey, real quick. This video is sponsored by Trophy Chasers Athletics. TrophyChasersAthletics.com. I got one of their shirts. Man, listen, this junk is nice. It's comfortable. It's sporty. Let me show y'all a little something. Let me show y'all a little something. Do a little, you know what I'm saying? You know, I'm a little chunky, but you know what I'm saying? But it's all good. Listen, go get their gear. Go get their merch. Listen, good dude. I'm telling you, good stuff. My girl got the other shirt on. Come over, babe. I like this one a lot better. She stole it from me. You stole it. Yeah, see, we both rocking it. I'm telling you, it's really, really nice. I know her boobs is really popping with you, but all right, you don't got it. You taking on my camera time. Thank you. All right, so listen, go get you some merch. All right, go get you some stuff. This is what it is. All right. So listen, I want to be very clear, okay? When you see two shirts behind me, I'm at my crib, okay? When you see one shirt behind me, I'm at my girl's crib, okay? So stop telling me about my t-shirts, okay? I know they get swapped out all the time, okay? It's every man for themselves, all right? So come on now. Stop. Y'all over here complaining about t-shirts, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's t-shirts, all right? So make sure you go check that out. Make sure you go tune in, get some of that merch. It's real dope. It's real dope. All right, now next, I got a special announcement. All right, important announcement. Listen, I had to press charges on somebody today, just because they came over the air and threatened me. Okay, listen, I am 30. I'm 30. I turned 32 November. I turned 32 November 3rd. All right. I have a lot of kids, okay? I have people that depend on me. Now, I know you guys heard me get into an altercation with the guy on my live stream and chat, whatever like that. Listen, I'm not trying to be a tough guy. I'm not. That's not my lifestyle, whatever. I grew up in the suburbs, but I protect myself. I will fight if I have to, but I try not to. That's, you know what I'm saying? That's cool. But guys, it should be nothing that serious I say on my channel for you to threaten me in my life and my children's dad, my child's dad, their father, my kid's father. All right. So listen, if you call into my channel threatening me, and see, the funny thing about it is a subscriber is on the deputy department down in Jackson, Mississippi. All right. So don't try me, all right? Because I'm about to get my white man on. I'm suing and I'm pressing charges, okay? I will press charges on you, all right? I'm not for the foolishness, okay? I am not for the foolishness. I will press charges, all right? I will sue your ass quickly, all right? Listen, I'm beyond that, all right? Listen, I've done all my dirt, all right? So, facts, you know what I'm saying? People out here being they mad emotional. Where you go? Listen, listen, straight snitching. All right. Hey, listen, what's the Boondocks? Stop snitching. No. Game recognized game, and you looking pretty unfamiliar, granddad. Listen, I'm snitching, bro. I ain't got time for it. So, yeah, I'm straight snitching. So I had to press charges with somebody today. So my only thing is this, man. I do have a lot of kids. My thing is this. I don't mind the back and forth. I don't mind getting loud. I don't mind arguing. I don't mind none of that. I love it. I enjoy it. Like I really do. I really do enjoy the back and forth. But when you threaten my life, it's something totally different, right? It just is what it is. So I'm just giving you the heads up. Do it. Somebody calling and doing it again. Not playing no games. I'm just pressing charges. All right. Straight pressing charges on your ass. Okay. So that's just what it is. And you did it to yourself. So, all right, moving forward. Swac football week 7 recap. Swacs in the building. All right, we here today. We gonna get it popping. We're gonna have a good time. Make sure you call in with your opinions and everything like that. 516-259-9041. 516-259-9041. Yeah. Okay.
You are the only participant in the conference.
Let me got my call lines open. We good to go on this. Now, before I get into this Swac 7 recap, I want to give my top 5 quarterbacks. All right. I know I've been slacking. Listen, I'm in class, guys. I'm in class. I've been slacking. I literally got out of class at 6. So it's 7 right now. Like I'm doing it. All right. So top 5 QB rankings. All right. And then we're going to get to the week 7. Honorable mention, Noah from Grambling. Shout out to him doing this thing. Got the dub against Andrew Body. You know what I'm saying? Had to do his thing right there. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to him. Okay. Now, coming in at number 5. All right. My man, listen, I'm a fan. Andrew Body, I'm a fan. All right. Number 5, Andrew Body, Texas Southern. If you haven't seen him, make sure you check him out. My only issue, Body, I jumped on the bandwagon too soon. You let me down. You lost to Grambling, bro. Like, come on, bro. The Grambling, bro. Like, what are we doing? Like, you really let me down, my guy. So, but number 5, Andrew Body. All right. Number 4, you're not gonna like this. You might Akil Glass. Now, listen, it's not because of the losses, okay? It's not because of the losses, but at the end of the day, he is not looking the same, all right? He's not being the gunslinger that he usually is. He's throwing to the other team more than his own receivers. So Akil Glass comes in at number 4 for me, all right? Number 3, Felix Harper, all right? Felix Harper, still consistent, still reliable, still the guy you want taking snaps for you for Alcorn. They're doing their thing. They got to win over Valley. I think he ran for a couple touchdowns, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, so Felix Harper, number 3. Number 2, Jawan Pass, PV. All right, Jawan Pass. I think they put up 35 against Bethune. Yeah, put up 35 against Bethune. I thought it was going to be a straight blowout, but Bethune did what they did and, kept the game interesting, kept the game close. And last but not least, okay, which I know everybody is like, oh, my God, Scotty's on the bandwagon now. Oh, my God. Oh, my God, Scotty's on the bandwagon. Shador Jesus Christ Jr. Sanders. Okay, that is who's number 1. Listen, Shador made me a believer. Can't knock it. Made me a believer. I mean, listen, when he did that play, whoever that DN is, and I'm gonna find you. Oh boy, I'm gonna find you. I'm gonna get your number. All right, your jersey number, not your phone number, but your jersey number. He stiffed armed my man. A DN stiffed armed him, stepped out of his grass, set his feet, threw the bomb. What are we doing, man? What? That's next level, bro. I'm sorry. That's next level, bro. That's next level. I can't knock it. Listen, you gotta call a spade a spade. You can't knock it. He's at this point in time, he is the best quarterback of the week, and by far. Now, does he have to? Now, does he have to do as much as the other quarterbacks do? No, because he has the defense that protects him, but he's still special. All right. He's still special. It is what it is. I don't care what kind of Shador never has to go into a game, have to put up 35 to 40 points a game because his defense is just that good, right? But at the end of the day, he's still special. I can tell you right now, there's numerous of plays I can bring up from film that if Akil Glass or anybody else was in the backfield, it's a sack. I don't care what you're talking about. You got to give the man his just due credit for being special against Alabama State. I mean, flat out, he was doing work. I mean, stiff arming DNs. I mean, just mushing them. It was crazy. But shout out to Shador Jesus Christ Jr. Killing them. All right. So That is what it is. Those are my top 5 quarterbacks. I wanted to make sure I got that in because I don't know how my Wednesday's going to look, but we're going to get into this SWAC recap real quick. All right. Now, if you do call in, you can call in about the games, and call lines are open now. So I don't care when you call in however you feel, whatever game, whatever you want to talk about. We do it, but I'm going to go through my recap real quick. Florida. Oh, also, your boy, I think how many games I got right? Let's count how many games I got right. I picked this one. That's right. I picked this one. That was 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 right. No, that was wrong. That was wrong. I gave this one. That's the only one I got wrong, and I got the A&M jank right. So that puts me at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I am 12-5. I am 12-5. I'm 12-5. Okay, let's just make that very clear. I'm 12-5. So get your stats right. Get your stats right before you come for me. All right. Florida A&M versus Alabama A&M. Now, you guys, if you haven't seen the video, I broke down the fourth quarter of this game. Listen, I don't know what is going on with Alabama A&M. I really don't. You can give Florida A&M all the credit in the world. You can give Rashawn McKay all the credit in the world. He went berserk in the fourth quarter. I mean, one of those touchdowns was just pure luck. I mean, I don't care if it was on SportsCenter top 10. It was luck. I mean, let's call it. It was luck. All right, straight up luck. And so that's just something that listen. Because you got to give Alabama A&M some credit. And I don't care what y'all talking about. You say I'm a homer, whatever, but you got to give them some credit because the last 2 games Florida A&M played, South Carolina State scored 7. Alabama State Alabama State got goose-egged. Jackson State didn't goose-egg them. But we're not going to talk about that. So at the end of the day, them putting up points against FAMU, and they put up 24 points offensively because they had a scoop and score that got them to 31 total. But they put up 24 offensive points, not bad. But when your defense can't stop a nosebleed, I mean, God almighty, can't stop nobody. Couldn't stop a granny in a wheelchair. All right. Now, Florida A&M, I think the biggest thing for me was Rashawn McKay and the throws he made in the fourth quarter, big time. All right. Like, he was really sporadic early in the game, was missing high, wide, left, low, all type of stuff. But when they needed him the most, he came through, made big time throws. And can we put some respect on Bishop Bonnie's name? 15 carries, 165 yards, and a touchdown. Like, come on, man. Put some respect on Bishop Bonnie's name. But once again, what have I said? If you're an offensive player and you see Alabama A&M on your schedule, just know you're getting career highs. You're getting career highs in everything. I don't care if it's carries, yards, touchdowns, points per game, average point per, whatever you want. You're getting a high. All right. That's just the bad aspect of dealing with Alabama. Well, not dealing with, but getting the advantage of having to deal with the Alabama A&M defense that is god awful. I mean, god awful. Okay, so that's it. That is what it is. So, Scotty, you all right? Bishop Bonner was fire. Scotty, I am fine. I am fine. Never been better. All right. Yeah, respect my 12-5, bro. Yeah, respect my 12-5. Y'all thought I was going. Y'all thought, because y'all thought because I was picking only one game. Pick the whole week, miss one. Pick the whole week, miss one. All right. Come on, man. Stop playing with me. Next game. Southern versus UAPB. Listen. I know Doc just got that job, but he might just have to leave that job. It's how you go from a 1-point loss over Alcorn to now you're just getting smoked by everybody that comes and sees you. I don't understand it. Southern, I mean, dang, Kobe Dillon ran for what, 280, I believe, 268, 280, something like that. I mean, that's just ridiculous. Ridiculous. And you know Southern is a run-first team. I don't care if they got Bubba Daniels back there. I don't care if they got Bubba Gump back there, Bubba Shrimp back there. Whoever is the quarterback, you know Southern is a run-first team. What are we doing? What are we doing? Everybody knows what it is. So let's not do that. Okay. So you should have came in prepared to stop the run. And the fact that they probably put over probably 400 yards of rushing attack on you, maybe 350 to 400. And you know how they coming. Dylan, Nelson, Jamar, Devon, Skelton. Like, I mean, they got legit 5 guys who can tote the rock and do it at a high level. And you worried about the pass? You playing 2 safety high? Doc, what are you doing? You need to put your defensive, you need to put all your coaches in the box. Everybody on UAPB should have been in the box. Make Southern beat you throwing the ball. That's it. It's just that simple. That's the game plan for Southern. Make me, come on, man. This is ridiculous. 14 carries for 267 and a touchdown. Come on, man. That's bad. That's bad. Like legit bad. And you know Southern is a run-first attack. Doesn't make sense. Hey, shout out to my man Kelvin Thompson for the super chat, for the $20. Appreciate you, my boy. Appreciate that. Let me go ahead and give my man a shout out for that. Thank you so much, Kevin Thompson, for that super chat. Thank you, sir. All right. But yeah, that's horrible. 3 touchdowns. Man, listen. It's just somebody was playing on rookie. Somebody was playing on all Madden and somebody else was playing on rookie. Okay. They're not the same. And that is unfathomable that you would allow Southern to get off like that, knowing that they are a run first team. There's no reason for that. There's no reason for that at all, man. It's just crazy. Straight crazy. All right. With Southern, man, y'all got a big matchup coming up. Ooh. Southern versus PV. Ooh, that's gonna be the game right there. We're trying to set up a round table for tomorrow. So I ain't gonna get too far into the preview games, because if I do a round table, we're gonna talk about it on there. But that PV and Southern game, I am super excited. And also, if you want to see me, I will be at the Valley and FAMU game this Saturday down at Inabina. All right, I'll be down there in Inabina, kicking it with Valley and FAMU. Listen, everybody needs love. I know you guys like, Scotty, why are you going to Inabina? Everybody needs love. And I want to see Caleb Johnson. I want to see Jelani Easton. I want to see Coach Dancy. That's my guy. I'm a big Dancy fan. So, yep. So we're going to make that happen. All right. So catch me down in Inabina if you are. If you're there, say what's up to me. If you're not, keep it pushing. All right. Next one up. Alcorn State at Valley. This game I thought would be a lot closer, but from what I was told, because I didn't get to watch the game, that it was actually a pretty good game. Oh, that's what's up, Mr. Campbell. That's what's up. Hit me up. All right. So listen, I'm not dumb now, okay? I wanted Valley to win, but I definitely had Alcorn pulling it out. All right, so I ain't dumb. I told you I like to be right. So my thing is this. I heard the Valley kicker went dumb. That's what I heard. I heard he went straight, like, out of his mind. I think he made a 50-yarder, 44, 43, or 34. I heard he was just going stupid on the field goals. And I heard Nico Duffy had a pretty good game as well. And I also heard that Felix he hasn't been the old Felix Harper of the past, of the offensive player of the year type, but he needs to be all that when he goes against these next few games coming up. All right, so we'll see how that goes. But I think, this is a Valley team that is a tough. They are a tough out. Okay, they're going to bring it day in and day out. You got to understand what you're going against when you go against a Coach Dancy type team. They're going to fight. I just wish they were a little bit more explosive. Other than Caleb Johnson, I really don't know anybody else on that team that really gets loose. And Alcorn is not, in my opinion, Alcorn is not an all-world beater. All right, they're not the same Alcorn. Like I've said numerous times before, that I do trust McNair and I do trust Harper, because that's really all they're standing on for me right now, because their O-line is not that good and their defense, it's not as dominant as it has been before. I think they're very capable of getting beat, but I want to see more from Valley. Like, I just want to see more explosive plays, you know what I'm saying? But hopefully, you know, give Coach Kid Nevis some time, give Dancy a couple more years, and I think they can get something special brewing down there and where they're winning these games. You know what I'm saying? They're going to come out on the other side of these very close games and definitely see a side of Valley that you haven't seen before. So we'll see about this. Now this one hurt my soul. This one hurt my soul. I can't even fake. I had to score. Listen, but look how close I was. Look how close I was. Come on, man. It's different. I'm different. Okay, look at that. Texas Southern 20-34. I had Texas Southern 34. Come on, man. Come on, man. Y'all gotta give me credit. This is the real score. This was my score. I'm that guy. But anyway, this one hurt my soul. First of all, if there's any Gramblingites, Graham fam, or anybody from Grambling on this channel currently, please tell your administration that they need to fix all their camera issues. I paid $7.35 to almost give myself an epileptic seizure. Am I saying an epileptic seizure? I almost gave myself a seizure because of all the jerky motion of the camera. It was making my head hurt. It was bad. It was horrible. Okay? Horrible. So somebody that's from Grambling, get with your administration, get with your communications department. It was trash. All right? There's no reason FAMU should be out here giving classes to you Bamas, for real. They have a free stream on Facebook and it looks so freaking good. You're charging people to pay. You charge me $7.35 to watch a quarter. That's all I can do is watch a quarter. It was horrible. It was absolutely horrible. So you can take it as you want. I don't care. Oh, we gotta leave it in the. Oh, we gotta. Oh my God. You know, don't talk about family business. No, I'm gonna talk about family business because I paid for it. I paid for it. Okay. If it was free, I'd be like, it's free. Okay, whatever. It's free. No, you're asking me to pay my money to watch the game. Give me something worth watching. That's all I'm saying. Listen, Jackson State stuff ain't the best. They literally have one camera angle, a wide view of the game, and that's all they do. Just like this. They just pan. That's all they do. Just like this. The wide view of the game. FAMU be having replays, graphics pop up. They showing they got the camera people. They got the student section over here. They showing all type of. They got stuff in the crowd. People yell. Listen, y'all need to go to FAMU University. Y'all need listen. Y'all need listen. They need to be handing out classes to all you Bamas for real. All right. I'm dead serious. They don't even charge Bamas. I'm sorry. I'm losing. I'm getting off track. But anyway, all right. So watching the first quarter of that game, I was expecting to see a lot more from Body. All right. I was expecting to see a lot more from Body, but I didn't get to check out the whole game. You know what I'm saying? So I'll have to go back and watch the whole thing. But for Grambling to put up 34 points, they had to be doing something right. All right. And for Body to only put up 20, he didn't come to play. Now, is he still special? I think he's special. I think the kid is special. But I wanted to see that win in the hole. But once again, can't bet against Grambling in the hole. I'm starting to see that. I don't know what mystical powers they have. It's probably because they be cheating with the camera angles and stuff, but that's neither here nor there. All right. Texas Southern, that Alcorn game. Yes, that's going to be a game for real. All right. So we'll see how that goes. Next up, PV and Bethune. I was super shocked how many points Bethune scored, and watching some of this game, they should have won this game. All right, just how the game was going, they should have won this game. Now, PV and I have a video coming out on Thursday for the preview of the Southern and PV game. Their defense is not all world. Okay, like it's not great. All right, their defense is not great. Now, is Dumas great? Absolutely. Is that front four great? They're pretty good. They're not great, but they're pretty good. But if when you watch my breakdown, you're going to see how Southern's going to probably attack them in different ways and areas. That's a strength to what Southern does. So it should be a good game. But once again, Jawan Pass pulls it out. They're still undefeated in the West, undefeated in the SWAC right now. And I think, having a 3-team race is what's going to make the West exciting, because literally in the East it's just Jackson State and everybody else. Can we just say that? It's Jackson State and everybody else, but the PV, Southern, and Alcorn, that 3-team race is going to be legit, because if Southern beats PV, I mean, this is going to be fun. Everybody has one loss. They got the head-to-head. I think Alcorn's still undefeated. So if they lose, this is going to be fun. It's going to be fun coming down to the end on the West side for real. But guys, the call lines are open, 516-259-9041, 516-259-9041. I'm not trying to be on here too long, so make sure you get your calls in. I do have to get on the road and get up out of here. All right, so make sure you get your calls in. All right, and if you're late to the stream, I'm gonna give you my top QB rankings, top 5 QB rankings again. All right, honorable mention is Noah Bowden. All right, number 5, Andrew Body. Number 4, Akil Glass. Number 3, Felix Harper. Number 2, Jawan Pass. And last but not least, number 1, Shador Jesus Christ Jr. Sanders. All right, that is my top 5 for week 7. For the week 7 quarterback rankings. All right, because they call Dion Jesus Christ, so I was like Jesus Christ Jr. I thought that was very creative, babe. I thought that was creative. I thought that was pretty good. All right, I'm just saying. But yeah, get your calls in. SWAC football week 7 recap, 516-259-9041. What's up, Blake? Talk to me.
Can't get enough. I tried. Oh, that funky stuff. I said funky. Hey, a big shout out to Alcorn State University. Them brave know what I'm talking about. So, Script, I've been listening to you, brother. We gonna go and get it kicked off, go and get it started. So, you just got through talking about Shador Jesus Christ Jr., not Junior. So, I think it would be more. Let's see how to say it. I think it'd be more fitting if we go with Shador Holy Ghost Sanders. And the reason I say that, the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost. So I think it will be more fitting. Hey, you let me know your thoughts. So let me go down my list. Let's see.
Bro, you almost made me choke on my fries, bro. You were stupid. That boy said Holy Ghost. Something's wrong with you, bro. Something is wrong with you.
Hey, my job is, to make it funny for you, bro. Gotta get some likes, so everybody hit like, subscribe. All right, moving on down the list. You talked about the Valley game, man. Valley and Alcorn. Hey, I was watching Jackson State and Alabama State, man, and to the point where I just had to lock in on Alcorn. I watched it on Valley channel. The visuals was good. Valley, I know some people that's on listening. Valley, how can you all instant replay not work for the most important replay? Now, we going to do it. If y'all going to do it and do it right, now, you got to make it, do it either, go in and out sporadically, or you got to keep it even, you got to make it look real. The second thing I got to say about that is, I don't know what was going on with they mics for their announcers, but man, it was kind of real screwy. Hey, I just wanted to let Valley know and all other colleges, if you all are ever in need be of an announcer, I will, interview, and I can be hired. I don't know what the starting price is, but we'll have to talk and negotiate.
You got my vote.
Big shout out to Shiloh. The boy out there hitting like icebox. Remember, football is 80% mental, 40% physical. I I heard he got his NIL deal with Lynn Crafters, because the boy can't see, but he can show hits. You know, real talk. Hey, somebody need to get him in there. You know, he can hit. He laying that wood, but he got to see what he hitting at. And that's the truth right there. So let me see what else I got on for you. Yeah, I was Script. Oh, hey, Script.
What's up?
Hey, when you go to Valley, hey, you know, I'm from around the way. I hope you ain't staying in Greenwood, but hey, Miss Script, you need to take notes on this right here. Hey, make sure you got some deep woods, some out. Don't you get none of that generic stuff, okay?
Woods? Okay.
You need that real. You need that real stuff. Hey, you can possibly wear long sleeves if you can to minimize the bites and whatnot. Yeah, you know, hey, I'll screw.
Hold on.
We can't give you credit. Oh,
hold on. What'd you say, man? She said, "What's wrong with Greenwood?"
huh?
She said, "What's wrong with Greenwood?"
It's real small. You probably don't have number 2 or 3 hotels. The question is, are they gonna be decent up to your standards? So if it was me, you know, maybe Grenada will be a step up. Hey, but I guess all I can say is check the review, man. You know, I hit you up if I get some more recommendation. But I'm pretty sure the people that's in the comment, they're probably gonna tell you, yeah, Greenville. I see Greenville, yeah, that's too far. But I ain't trying to talk down. It just did look like I know Alcorn in the middle of nowhere, but that ain't exactly in nowhere near no city his own self. Okay, I mean, I had never stayed at in Greenwood. Like, I don't think I would dare to, but I would probably check Grenada out. You know, maybe Memphis, driving from Memphis might be worth your 2 hours, but hey, you gotta look at that and make that choice for yourself, bro. But this what I did want to tell you.
Go ahead.
We can't give you credit. You know what I'm saying? When you just put up the score 30 to 24 with Grammy, and the reason I say that is because hey, you ain't giving no credit on no weekly drawings, you know, when we calling in. So, you know, a 1 or 2 point difference if we come in right there, then, you know, I think somebody said go to Chula. Oh, IP freely. Heck no. Man, stop trying to send our script out, man. Nah, don't do that. Please don't do that. No, don't do that. It ain't even no hotel in Chula, man. Come on, don't do that. Let's not do that. Like, you already heard what this man said at the beginning. Like, we can't send this guy down there like that. No script. But yeah, man, I know I done talked enough, man. I'm pretty sure you got some other callers that called in. But hey, if you got any questions, I'll script.
No, I am good to go, B. But listen, man, if you ever get that announcer job, just let me know, bro. You got my vote. You got my vote.
Oh, this announcement is brought to you by Taste of the South. We host all Jackson State needs for all home games. Please stop by and see us. Thank you, and you all have a good one.
All right, B. That boy's stupid. That boy said Holy Ghost Sanders. What's up, Mr. Campbell? Talk to me.
What's going on, man? All right, look, I got to say something real quick. Just give me a little time because I want to say this to everybody that listens to you. It kind of bothered me what you said because you and I talked offline about people threatening you.
Mm-hmm.
And for all my HBCU brothers and sisters, that's not what we're about. That's not what we're about. That's not what we do. We don't threaten people. And for the people, if you really root for Jackson State, do not disrespect Jackson State like that. And I'm talking from somebody who Jackson State changed my whole family's life. So do not put Jackson State's name in your mouth like that. To disrespect that school that has changed a lot of people's lives by threatening violence for stuff that all we doing is just talking and having a good time.
Yeah.
And I'm going to keep it 100 with everybody on this phone. When Scotty first jumped on the scene, I listened to all these dudes. And I believe he got a little bit out of pocket. But I talked to him man to man. And what I found out with this young brother is that he wanted to listen and learn. And better than that, he was just a fan of football. And I respected that. And now I believe we have a friendship. And when he gets out of pocket, he will tell you, I will call his ass in a hot second. Because I want him to be successful. I want everybody that listens and does all these Swac shows to be successful. Because I am tired of the Alabamas and the LSUs and the Floridas always getting talked about. Because they don't give a damn about us. Never have and never will. So yes, this brother did not go to HBCU. Didn't know what HBCU is. But guess what? He's giving people an outlet to say what they got to say. If you don't like it, that's fine. That's okay. Call in. Debate. That's what we should be doing. If we are HBCU alums and fans, but threatening people, that's not where it's at, bro. That's not where it's at. And I'm disappointed because we got to be better than that. You don't have to like a man to respect a man. You don't have to like a man's opinion to respect his opinion. And for all my JSU folks, and I'm going to say this, y'all can't tell me nothing about Jackson State, and I know I sound like a broken record. My folks been going to JSU since 1938. That school is not about violence and foolishness. So for all y'all that really love Jackson State, don't be getting mad at this dude if he talks about Shadur, because trust me, it was folks talking way about W.C. Gordon when he couldn't win certain games and he couldn't beat Grambling. This is nothing new. So again, I need for you all to just stop it. Stop it. So anyway, man, I had to just say that because, again, man, we in crazy times now. And people pop off with stuff and say things. Again, you're going to these different places, and I just don't want some fool to roll up on you and then somebody's life gets messed up. On either side.
Yes, sir.
Straight up.
Too easy.
Straight up. So anyway, man, let's get on to the positive. My FAMU rattlers and what we got to do to win this Swac.
Hope and pray. Hope and pray.
Hold on, man. See, man. Now I'm gonna talk my shit about Jackson State. It's two things that I know Jackson State is worried about: that game down to Southern and Mumford Stadium, and they better be worried about Alcorn at the end. Now, of course, we need Southern to do their job to put that pressure on JSU on that last game. And then I'm telling you, man, you better watch out because we are sitting laying in the weeds to snatch this thing from JSU if they slip up. We are sitting in the weeds. And I'll tell you this, and this is for Blue Blood. Blue Blood, I'm going to go with you on this. I want FAMU to get to those playoffs because I heard that we could work out potentially. We would play Kennesaw State. We'll take that game. Us playing in Atlanta, and I think they only got 9,000 people in their stadium.
Oh, that'd be
we
nice.
will have 850,000 of 8,500 of those people. We will turn that stadium upside down. They will be in trouble. So, man, like I said, I want to see how the week plays out. There's a lot of big games that's going on this weekend that's going to change the dynamic. And I'm telling you this, and where's my folks from Alabama A&M?
Man,
they was talking big stuff. They got solid, bro. We heard nothing from them.
Yeah, they hiding out. They season over. They listen. They 1, 2, 3 Cancun.
Yeah, we ain't seen nothing. Boy, they was talking big stuff, and then Grambling put that whoop on them, the JSU, and then they thought they were gonna say they season against FAMU, and we just snatched that away from them. Just snatched it, and we keep on stepping. So all those shit talking. Alabama State Bulldogs. What are y'all gonna do in the Magic City Classic in 2 weeks? What are y'all gonna do about that? Because Alabama State trying to ruin y'all season. Totally.
Boy, if they don't get no other win, they definitely want that one. If they don't get no other win, they want that one.
If they go against the 4 best teams they play, I don't know if they have to play Alabama and they have to play Alcorn. I don't know. I don't know how.
No,
who they're
no, they don't. I don't think they do.
Okay. Well, good luck on that. And like I say, the Rattlers are coming to Mississippi, coming straight. I will be there with bells on, so I will see all my folks that are Valley folks up there because we're going to be in the house, brother. Talk to you later, man.
All right, Mr. Campbell, peace. Oh man, let me get somebody as a caller. Hey, caller, you live? Talk to me.
What's going on, Chief?
What's good? What's your name? Where you calling from?
Bobby calling from Florida, man.
What's up? Talk to me.
I want to talk about the SWAC, man.
Go ahead.
Earlier conversation, a couple of days ago, you were talking about us going outside the SWAC to play. I totally agree. I'm a FAMU alum, and I was around when we were going out of the MEAC to go into the playoffs. And winning cures all the money issues that people are talking about. Winning cures it all. Going to the playoffs, beating Troy State, beating Appalachian State brings recruits in. Those recruits help out your team win. And when you win, you get dollars. People want to invest in you, invest in your program, invest in your team, invest in coaching, facilities. You start getting draft picks, you know, where I think we're so stuck, MEAC, SWAC, in tradition that we're too short-sighted to see the bigger picture. It's out there for us. We just got to take advantage.
So what do you, now, if you're adding that to the, because remember, you guys are coming from the MEAC to the SWAC. The SWAC, I don't want to say they haven't been doing that, but I would say, you know, like the North Carolina A&Ts, the FAMUs, they made more of a attempt to go outside of their conference to win games. So what do you see this now, you know, now that Coach Prime has brought this spotlight onto the SWAC, do you see more SWAC schools trying to go out and beat these Southern Miss and, you know, the Coastal Carolinas, you know, do you see that happening?
I would hope and pray that it would. I think that it would take some rescheduling, because I know we love our classics, we love our bowl games, but why should it be a punishment for the best team out the SWAC to go, or the best team out the MEAC SWAC to go to the playoffs? Not the second best team, even if that's FAMU this year. I would much rather see the best team in our conference go to the playoffs to give the best representation of our conference and what we bring into the table.
This is what,
you get what I'm saying?
I listen.
And so
I agree.
1 week back would completely change all of that.
This is what I'm gonna tell you this. I agree with you. And the most, I got about 260 people on here. I'll say about 261 of them don't agree with us. I can tell you that right now because they not. I know it's because I know Blues on here is me and you. That's the only three that's probably gonna be like, yeah, playoffs are like everybody else gonna be like, nah, you know, let's take this celebration money. So it's one,
but you can still have the celebration money and still go to the playoffs.
But it's only with the secondary schools. It's only with like a FAMU would. If FAMU had beat South Florida, it's no doubt in my mind they would be they would be ranked in the top 20. You know what I'm saying, to get into the playoffs.
Oh, yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, I really don't mind your second and third teams going into the playoffs if they're that good, because if their out of conference schedule is good and they've been beating people, that just helps the conference it just helps the conference overall. And that's what I really want to see is the conference getting helped overall. Right. Now, if the SWAC wants to be completely out of the playoffs, then I think you should have a 14 playoff for the SWAC championship. I just think, listen, the more football you do, the better, because with the publicity that Deion's giving you, you just want more football games. The more football games you can fit into a schedule in a season, the more you want to see it and the more you're going to get paid for it. Because think about it. If you had a 14 playoff, two from the East, two from the West, right? To play into the 1 against 4, 2 against 3, you can mix match it. Now let's say 1 and 4 is Jackson versus Southern, and 2 and 3 is FAMU versus PV, right? They play, and then Jackson State and FAMU meets up in the SWAC championship. It'll be pandemonium. You know what I'm saying? So all I'm saying is if you add that extra aspect to football, you're adding extra money, you're adding extra home games, you're adding extra revenue. If it's about money, if it's just about getting more money, then that's what you got to do to get more money. Just add more excitement into the season. That's what I would do.
I can dig that. I still want that trophy though, homie. I'm giving me the ring.
I get it. Listen, I get it. I'm rocking with you because for a long time, but at the end of the day, I'm not about to beat my head over the wall for these Bama's. They be like, no, Scotty, just give me my $1 million and go home. So get your $1 million and go home. All right, cool.
Fam, you should not be the only HBCU with a national championship trophy in a trophy case.
Now, listen, Mr. Campbell has called it.
I will take
times.
another one. Listen, I'll take another one. I'll give him a SWAC championship 10 years out of 10 years if it means I get a trophy for the national championship.
Listen, Mr. Campbell has called it numerous times, and he said, like before, like the Jackson State teams in the past, they should have had a national championship, and some of the FAMUs and the other FAMU teams because of the of the region and them sending HBCU schools across the country and doing all that extra stuff. But that is what it is. But hey, man, appreciate the call, my guy.
Hey, man, no problem, man.
Peace. All right, let me see. Hey, caller, you live. Talk to me.
All right, man. I just want to tell you, brother, this is True Rattler. And I'm very proud of the Florida A&M team going in there, doing what they got to do with Alabama A&M. But, you know, I hadn't been really impressed, man. I mean, I definitely was impressed with, the shutout and, what we did in Bragg. But we got to beat teams like they stole something, man. I mean, we got to do what Jackson State did to Alabama A&M to everybody else. And in that last game against Bethune-Cookman, here's some real facts for you.
Mm-hmm.
We hadn't beat Bethune-Cookman University since they were Bethune-Cookman College.
Oh wow!
Go back and check it.
Oh wow!
We haven't beat them since they changed their name. I love my FAMU, man. I love my Rattlers, bleed orange green, got the license plate, send money into the athletic department, send money into the, computer science department where I was at, but we haven't beat them. And so until we beat teams who have beat them, like we got Valley this weekend, they beat Bethune-Cookman. Until we handle our business in Orlando, in the Citrus Bowl, I can't feel it, man. I was watching Billy Joe, and Billy Joe was putting 72 points on people.
Right,
I love FAMU, but we gotta beat Bethune. And I'm gonna leave it there, brother. I'll call you back another time. Thank you for the time.
Hey, no problem, my guy. Anytime. You know what I gotta respect about that? I gotta respect the confidence, all right, that he has in his team. Gotta respect the confidence that he has in his team, for real. Because if we're being honest, that's a team, that's a fan holding his team to a standard. I'm not gonna say there's a team close to Louisiana, just a little bit to the right. They wear colors like blue, white, and red. And, their fans don't really hold them accountable for what they say. But, but it's not about that. But my thing is that I really respect the fact that he's like, yo, we got to beat people across the head. Like, even though they don't got the quarterback to do that, he feels that it's necessary for them to do what he expects them to do. When you have a team that good as FAMU, he's like, bro, like we gotta beat people. Like I love that. We gotta dominate. We got to dominate. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no excuses with that. He flat out said, we gotta dominate. And then you'll have other fans, I won't say no names, that they'll come in here and say, but Scotty, our helmets weren't the right color that day. That's why we only scored 12 points. Scotty, our coach had surgery. That's the only reason why we scored 20 points, Scotty. I mean, I know we said a blowout, but, we didn't do that because our quarterback had a cold. Scotty, you didn't hear that he had a cold? You're so inconsiderate. You don't care. You're just a hater. I'm like, oh, dang, you're probably right. I probably do be hating. Hey, caller, you live. Talk to me.
Hey, Scott, how you doing today, brother?
I'm doing good. How about yourself?
Good, good. I'm sorry to hear about you getting those stretch, man. That's kind of real. But look, just want to touch base with you on this because people keep bringing up this playoff thing, and I've always asked them. Everybody's, well, we should do this and we should do that. The true reality of it is the SWAC in the 90s, we were playing the Southlands and all these other schools on a frequent basis until we changed the format and we went into 2 divisions, and then we had a 9-game mandate. So that kind of limited us on who we could schedule. And so it evolved from there. Now, but originally, as far as the playoff was concerned, it was the NCAA committee that changed its starting date, original starting date.
Mm-hmm.
That's because until then, we were sending, even when we all split into division and started the SWAC championship, we still were sending teams to the playoff. Alcorn and Jackson State are 2 of those that will go. Like you were talking about, like the Grambling or Southern, if they go to the Harris Bowl, either Alcorn or Jackson State, whoever had a good enough record, they went to the playoff.
Mm-hmm.
Then as the conference expanded, and then the NCAA committee again moved their time again, it even became even more complicated to get involved in that. So, somebody, you hear people talk about this, with the SWAC, either with the SWAC. No, it's the NCAA committee. They're the one that did this. Why should the SWAC be the owners of the SWAC to move their games and schools lose money? And even though we're Grambling and Southern or Alabama or the Turkey, we wouldn't, because quite frankly, we probably just opt out. But that doesn't affect the rest of the conference.
Mm-hmm.
The NCAA did that when they made that decision to move their date. And the rationale was because when they were petitioned about not doing it, the rationale was at the time was supposedly because of class. They don't want students to, to be certain, running so late behind class and blah, 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 usual stuff. Even though these same schools participate in the Sweet 16 tournament. And students still missing class time. But that's what the excuse is. And now, bring it up to date, we have a bigger conference. We got an 8-game conference mandate. You got 11 games that you're normally going to play. Ever since, I don't know how many years it is, you probably know, some idea you play 12. You only got 3 games that you can schedule left. You got one is going to be your money game, and then the other 2 you schedule wherever you can get. And at that point, you're dealing with every other conference, who they can schedule, and it's not like they're sitting there waiting for us to schedule them.
Hey. I'm trying to reel you in real quick. What's your point? Make a point.
My point is, everybody keep confirming what we should do. What is it that's going to do more than what we're doing, Scotty?
Well, is there not?
You know what I'm saying?
My thing is, are they not allowed to want more? Fans should be allowed?
Scotty,
to
I know
want
what
more.
you're saying. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I'm just saying, like, fans should be allowed to want more.
Scotty, it's not about what the fans want. It's about, I understand what you're saying. I'm not arguing about what the fans want. Okay, you can want what you want, whatever you want. What you want and what is reality is 2 different things. And that's what I'm talking about. They can holler all about what they want, but they're not the one that's sitting there footing that bill. They're not the one that have to pay the bill if a school fold because they can't pay to put the lights on. All these schools that claim conferences they're doing so much great. Then why is the Big South? Why is the Big South fracturing? Why is the Southland Conference fracturing? Out of all those conferences that's supposed to be so great and doing so great, other than getting out of boys, there's only one conference you never at one time, even remotely, had to realign or go bankrupt, and that's SWAC. And we've been around 100 years. Now, again, I'm not against the playoffs. I'm not against it, but I'm not for the playoffs just for the playoffs' sake, just to get an attaboy. Because at the end of the day, you got to pay the bills. And each one of those conferences and those schools that left, when you look and see what they left, the main thing they left because of money.
Okay, so
and the lack of making money.
Okay,
that's all I'm saying.
So let me get this straight. I just want to get this straight. So I'm gonna ask you this simple question. So you would rather stay where you're at, be looked at as a conference as lower competition, take your $1 million and go home. It's a yes or no question. It's a yes or no question.
No, you don't get to tell me how to answer my question, Scotty. Okay, you asked me for my answer.
Yes
I'm going to answer it the way I want to answer, Scotty.
Go ahead.
Okay, what you're trying to. Okay, now again, I'm not against the playoffs. And now, as far as with your question, what you put, I don't care how they look at me.
Okay.
How they look at me is not going to put money into that school or my conference.
I just said it was up. So
these are just fans giving it like we do.
I said okay. So I just said okay.
You know, that's all I'm saying.
Okay.
Now after this, what I would like you to do is explain to me what you see about PV defense that's going to stop our running game.
I didn't.
I'll hang up and listen to that when you get a chance, or whenever you get a chance sometime.
You can stay on, but I didn't say that they were going. All I said was they're not that. I said I was going to do a breakdown of PV's defense of what their weaknesses are. I was going to call it cracking the code.
Mm-hmm.
Their front four is good, but it's not all world. And I was going to break down of what they try to do and what they do well. But I didn't never say they were going to stop Southern's running attack. I never said that.
Got it. Don't be defensive, but I'm not accusing you of anything. I'm just asking you to explain what you see. That's
no. Oh, I didn't.
I'm not accusing.
The way you came at me was like
I'm not saying you say anything.
Well, to answer your question, then they're not going to stop it. I can tell you that right now. I can show you film of when they played Grambling. They're not going to stop it. It's not even if Grambling does. I mean, if Southern does what they do, which is run the ball really, really well. Southern should run for 200 yards on PV's front seven for real. No job. No lie. They should run for 200 yards easy.
Yeah. But anyway, that's all I want to say. Again, like I said, I'm not against the playoff. I'm going to say this thing. I'm not going to, most truth of the matter is most of us like me are for the playoff. But the playoff, I mean, for all its intents and purposes, and there's more than enough material and out there to support me on this. Out of all these years, they always lose every time the school that go. Even only one time the school that went to the championship actually even broke even.
All right, appreciate the call though. I got a lot of callers. Appreciate the call.
All right, man.
Hey, what's up, Mr. Wilson? Talk to me.
Hey, Scott, together.
Yeah, I'm here. What's up? Talk to me.
All right. Hey, 2 points, 1 question, brother. I'll let you go. Hey, one, just the first point. So this is playoff conversation, all that stuff will come around again. This is not a new conversation. It's been, I know people talking about that, when they first came around with the Celebration Bowl, but it's not a new conversation. And it's not a new conversation from the framework of taking the money games. It's just that as most things, in the Deep South have been managed by, us, we've allowed ourselves to become victims of the the game, right? So you're too scared of having to stick to a budget and understand that you're gonna run thin because you don't want to go through it and let people hold you hostage, right? So you can't actually progress. The SEC wasn't the SEC until the SEC came up with a strategic plan and they did what it took to get there, right? So Swac wants to be a better brand. Better brand. If you think about from a pure business point, better brand of football, better brand of sports. Sports bring money into the school. What do we got to do to get more money to the school so we can graduate kids? If you think about it like that, then I don't understand why we allow poor officiating, why we allow, kids to have substandard facilities. That's what the kids in Grambling, went on a boycott for about a game or two a couple of seasons ago. And why we allow kids that when we do have to send them off to go and play for whatever reason, these kids got to have, 18, 20 some hour plus bus rides. They sometimes don't even get to sleep in a hotel room because of when they arrive. And then you expect for them to go compete with your school name on it. It just, and the whole thing of, we need that money for X, Y, Z. That don't make sense. It just doesn't make sense. And until the people who, for whatever reason, had that mindset move out of positions that control things, that's where we're going to be at. What I fear is that for a minute, we were starting to get to the point that the institutions that were for us, by us, became, started to wither away. Valley for a minute was on the point of kind of, withering away just off of location and, just not having notoriety, and then everything else that goes with starting to decline on funding. But that's mainly because when you say HBCU, for a minute, it became a euphemism for less than. But we are allowing that to happen. Got to contribute, pay your alumni dues. When the kids call asking for how much money they can, give what you can. Go to the events. Stop watching the stuff free on all these little pirated sites. Go to the events, pay for the stuff, and go and support the schools in whatever manner that you can. But it's a business thing. We got to put people in that will run out of things from a business mindset. That's that one little point. The second point is, if you get a strategic mindset, the playoffs is about, if you have ranked schools in your conference, more than one, if you have a championship program or more schools in your conference that can win a championship, that are championship capable, it will pay dividends across the board. You can get a better TV deal and not be on ESPN Plus. You can have your own channel and start to set your own market price point and have more control over revenue sharing. But you have to have ran a business. We have business departments at these schools. We need to put somebody in there that's graduated from them and actually know what they're doing and have proven success. And the last question is, from a football standpoint, if I think I heard you make this point before, and I just been, watching some tape and talking to some friends. Once teams start watching tape and they say, "Hey, we are not going to let Houston kill us," we're gonna we have a line and they have a blocking scheme that can account for that front seven and give a quarterback just enough time, or they have a mobile quarterback. If you got a trigger man that can move around, what do you think that Dennis Thurman is going to have to do, considering the secondary is what it is, to be able to still give that offense some breathing room so that they can be successful? That's all I got. I appreciate you.
All right, appreciate it. No problem. To answer this question, I don't know if you guys heard it. He pretty much said, once you get in a situation where the quarterback, that's first of all, it's too perfect of a situation when you get the quarterback, you got the offensive line, and everything's blocked up front. They send too much pressure that you're never going to block up everything up front. So that's not even realistic. But what I can say, if the focus point of your offense is to block James Houston, you have to cut him. You can't block him up top. You got to cut him. All right. I was watching film, watching some other previous games. You have to cut James Houston. And cut him with a big guy, a tight end, a fullback, a big back, an offensive lineman. Cut him. Cut him again. Cut him again. Cut him again. And if you don't know what to do, cut him again. Because if you put your hands on him, he's going to go by you. If you put your hands up, he's going to blow by you. You need to cut him. It's the only way that you're going to stop James Houston. You got to cut him. Point blank, period. All right. Simple as that. Make him think about getting his legs taken out. That's all you can do. All right. Now, I want to say something. This is the only thing I'm going to say to all the Jackson State fans out there. If Deion dominates the SWAC for the next 2 years, I don't want to hear a damn word about playoffs. Don't call my channel talking about, hey, Scotty, I don't want to hear it. Because you don't care about it now. You don't care about it. You don't care about it now. I don't want to hear it. Don't call my channel talking about some, Scotty, you think we can? I don't care. You didn't care. I don't care. Don't call. You know who can call? FAMU. FAMU fans can call because they care. They want to go to the playoffs. Sorry. They want to go to the playoffs. The rest of y'all, don't call my phone. Don't hit my line. I don't want to hear none of that. None of it. Don't want to hear it. If Coach Prime opts out the Celebration Bowl 1 year and goes to the playoffs, I don't want to hear you. Oh, Scotty, you think we can? I don't care. You didn't care. I don't care. All right, because that's all I've been hearing. We don't need the playoffs, Scotty. We don't need the playoffs, Scotty. We don't need the playoffs. Call my phone. Don't mess. Don't Instagram message me. Don't Facebook message me. Don't Twitter message me. Don't do none of that. Because I ain't going to respond to it. I'm gonna just block it and keep it pushing. All right? Don't do it. Don't do it. All right? Don't do it. Is that supposed to make me answer? Are you a member? You're not a member. Is that supposed to make me answer? That ain't supposed to make me answer. If you're a member, if you was a member, then you can skip the line, but you're not a member. So wait in line like everybody else. Hey, what's up, Mr. Nash? Talk to me.
Hey, Scott, man, I haven't called in a while. Look, Scott, first of all, I'm gonna say something real quick. Jackson State had the best team in the SWAC, without a doubt. But when you think of Jackson State, you think about their defense.
Facts.
And when you think about Alabama A&M, you think about glass.
Facts.
Shador do not have to carry Jackson State. They defense carry.
Facts.
Second of all, Jackson State is where they win because of their defense. The quarterback play in the SWAC on the grade level is a C. Nobody have really tested their defense because you can't block them. Nobody have made an adjustment. Alabama A&M coaching staff did a terrible job. They did not put glass in the situation to succeed. You got to throw the quick crossing pass, screen pass, because you can't block Houston. They got our coach. They didn't make any adjustment. Jackson State hasn't done anything different all year. They've been doing the same thing every week, and nobody have not made them change or made any adjustment.
That's facts.
And second of all, Dion is not going to schedule in the Power 5 schools. He's not going. And look at the schedule for next year. He should schedule in the Power 5. He's not going to schedule in the mid majors. Mm-hmm. Why? Because he wants Shador to look good. I'm just calling the way I see it. And for its playoff, we need all this. You look at the schedule, Scott. We should not play anybody over in the East. Schedule other teams. That's where we can build our brand. Like we playing Mississippi. We playing Jackson State for home. For at the end of the season. If we win the West, we're gonna have to play them again in this way. But SWAC championship. So we need to schedule teams outside the SWAC. That we don't need to schedule teams over in the East. Do you agree with that?
Hold on.
Hello? Hello?
Hello? Can you hear me?
Scott.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, my mic is going in and out. Hello? Mic is going in and out.
Yes, I can.
All right. So
hello?
What were you saying about not scheduling teams in the East? Say that again.
Well, if we trying to build our brand, we play all the teams in the West. We need to play them. We don't need to go play teams over in the East. Schedule teams outside. Schedule McNeese, or schedule Southern Miss.
But you got to play. Even the SEC. Listen, you got to play in your conference, Mr. Nash. That don't even make sense. You got to. You got to play all your teams in your conference.
Play the teams in the West, in our conference in the West.
Nah, I don't like that. I can't rock with you on that one. Like, because people want to see you go against people in the East. Like, come on now, that's not realistic. Come on, Mr. Nash.
Okay, but how we gonna build our brand?
Then you take the 3 games that you're not supposed to play anybody, like D2 schools, and you schedule and those 3 games that you have open, that y'all over here scheduling D2 schools and D3 schools and NAIAs, like schedule real teams, and then you can go from there.
Okay, let me ask you this other thing. Okay, let me ask you this other question. I can't remember that I called in, and this young lady was getting on you about Shador, and you let her off the hook. You probably had asked her, what did I say was so wrong? She was trying to give you a hard time. You let her off the hook.
No, I asked her that. I asked her. I kept asking her. I think because she was like, it was on the Alabama A&M. If you're talking about the Alabama A&M post game, she was like, "You're so hard on him, like you're just so mean." And I'm just like, "What did I say? Just tell me what I said."
Exactly.
Yeah, just tell me what I said. So
And last question. We got the SWAC, the MEAC, it's the CIAA, and the SIA, something like the top. Could we take those top 4 schools and let them play, and let this Celebration Bowl be the championship game.
I've said that too. And listen, they want to shoot that down as well. Like, listen, it's so many. If you want to keep everything in house, but that's a cross of divisions. Like you're talking about D2, D1, like, you know, so you're playing that aspect of it. So who's to say? But you could take the top 2 teams in the MEAC, top 2 teams in the Swac, and you know, do a Celebration Bowl like that. Make your own 14 playoff, or however you want to do it. If you want to keep it in house, keep it in house. If you don't, then don't complain about anything else. But appreciate the call, Mr. Nass.
All right, thanks, man.
Hey, what's up, JB? Talk to me. What's up? You live?
Hey, what up, sir? How you doing?
Good. Turn your background down.
Hey, just a couple. This is Ron from Charlotte, representing Jackson State. Just a couple of quick things. I just want to address 3 points. Number one, for the Florida A&M folks, you know, Florida A&M, man, they've been operating in the red, you know, the last 20 years. Partly why they came to the Swac. Even, you know, from chasing the playoffs and, you know, scheduling a bunch of FBS opponents. It's no offense necessarily to FAMU, but their model didn't necessarily work for them in the MEAC. And I think if they try to bring that same model to the Swac with a different culture and mindset, they're going to quickly find it's not going to work. Again, number 2, as it pertains to, I guess, your assertion about Jackson State callers not mentioning the playoffs, and that's why he stays 2 years and dominates. The thing is, man, Coach Farmer's already laid it out that his vision is above the playoffs. What he would like to see more FCS bowl games. Now, whether Coach Prime and Commissioner, I forgot the commissioner's name of the Swac, McClellan, whether they collaborate with all the council of presidents in the Swac and we all collectively decide to move up together as a conference to the FBS and go the bowl game route that way, or whether his goal is to convince other FCS, because you got to remember, Jackson State's athletic director, Ashley Robinson, is the president of the FCS. So whether he and Ashley Robinson and others collaborate with presidents of other FCS institutions and decide to do away with the playoffs and go for a bowl game format, because there's a lot of money out there. There's a lot of organizations and companies that wouldn't mind sponsoring bowl games for FCS programs, as well as collaborate with the NCAA to get that done. It's kind of a win-win situation, whichever route they decide to take. Now, a couple of years ago, the athletic director from the University of Montana, he penned an op-ed letter to the alumni, the entire FCS community, and he called out the FCS playoffs, basically calling it a Ponzi scheme, and it's basically like a pimping scheme that the NCAA has set up. And he was more so pushing for a bowl game format for the FCS. I think that is why some of the other callers have called in and stated that they're not for the FCS playoffs, because it takes, not only do you not generate revenue, but it in fact, takes money out of your institution's pocket. Number 3, just to address a couple of people in the chat, there were some people mentioning about, well, if we can participate in the NCAA basketball tournament, why is it that we cannot, participate in the FCS playoffs? So here's a quick breakdown, man. The NCAA tournament not only generates buku revenue for your specific athletic department, but it also generates revenue for your conference over a rolling 6-year period. So from 2017 to 2021, the numbers look like 226,000, 2018, 273, 2019, 337,000 for your conference. So there's a big difference between the FCS playoffs and the NCAA tournament. If you win a game, of course, your institution gets a certain allotment of funds, or for every game that you win, the payout for your team as well as your conference over a 6-year rolling period gets even bigger. So to your other caller's point regarding like a television deal, because of course we know that's where a lot of revenue is generated for a lot of FBS programs. I think that's the angle that Coach Prime and others who have a certain level of business acumen, that's what they're shooting for when they're talking about FCS bowl games and more HBCU bowl games, as well as a better package deal for on ESPN. They're thinking beyond the FCS playoffs. So
okay,
never think that the FCS. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Okay, so this is my only, because I don't mind the idea of changing the FCS to more bowl games. I think that's pretty dope idea. Then once again, it goes back to your conference play. It goes back, unless it's something to where they do, because even at the end of if you're comparing it to FBS and if you bring FBS down to FCS, right? So the top 4 teams go into the bowl or whatever, however you want to do it. Right. There's still going to be a coaches poll. There's still going to be an AP poll for voting for that team. Right. If you still have this weak conference mentality of not playing people outside your conference and beating them, you won't even get to see that. Now, will you be in a bowl game? Would FAMU be in a bowl game? Absolutely. Would Jackson State be in a bowl game? Absolutely. Yeah. Would PV probably be in a bowl game? Absolutely. So yeah, more schools get more money. So that's a win right there. My issue is you will never play for the national championship because you don't play out of conference games. You don't schedule out of conference games, and you don't win out of conference games. So on the flip side, you're still not going to get a national championship or have a chance at it because of the lack of scheduling. But the second part of it is, more Swac schools get opportunity to make money than just off the Celebration Bowl. So would I be a fan of that, of bowl games coming down to the FCS? Absolutely. You know what I'm saying? You can get about 10, 12 bowl games. That'd be dope. You know what I'm saying? 10, 12 more games, and then have a 4-team or 6-team playoff, depending on how they set it up, and make that happen. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's a dope idea. If I'm being honest, I think that would be super dope.
Let me ask you this, because you mentioned, correct me if I'm wrong, you were saying that there was, if we change the model, there's no way that we would be able to still be ranked without playing, I guess, other FCS programs. Is that what you were saying?
Yeah, absolutely. Because your conference play is not good.
So
go ahead.
So yesterday, Jackson State moved into 2 FCS top 25 polls. They ranked number 19 and number 23, if I'm not mistaken. The CBS poll has them ranked at number 16. Prairie View jumped in at being ranked at number 24. And of course, Florida A&M, they actually received quite a few votes. I think if Florida A&M continues to win out for the rest of the season, as well as Prairie View, I think it's quite possible that we will have at least 3, which is,
no,
I won't say unheard of.
Okay, so
in the 80s, but
so listen,
we'll have 3 teams from the Swac.
No,
yeah.
That's not how. No, so I get my cheat codes from Blue. All right, I ain't even gonna hold you. I get all my cheat codes from Blue. Blue told me there's one team that's ranked that's in for the FCS playoffs, not the coaches poll. We're not talking about the coaches poll. We're talking about the FCS playoffs ranking. There's one team, Jackson State. PV did. I think PV got a few votes, and FAMU didn't get any votes, if I'm not mistaken, from what he told. Let me check my text messages, because I don't want to misquote my man Blue. All right, so he said.
You talking about the coaches poll?
No, not talking about the coaches poll. Talking about the true FCS poll. He said, let me see where we at. He said Jackson State is officially 24th in the poll used for the playoffs. Prairie View had 16 votes to be 32, and shockingly, FAMU didn't receive any votes. And then he said, I would say JSU should be above Delaware. They are complete garbage, but UNI is 3-3 and ranked, but they lost to number 3 North Dakota State, an FBS team in top 15 by 16 points. Good losses are more valuable than bad wins. That's what he said. So, no, you don't have 3 teams in the FCS playoff bracket. You have 1 team in the FCS playoffs, that is Jackson State. So, once again, your out-of-conference scheduling is weak. If you don't beat those out-of-conference teams, that's what matters. You guys don't play them. Even if you play, like let's say PV played, because PV played in Incarnate Wood and they got beat 41-6. That's bad, really bad, and they're ranked 14th. That's horrible. So if PV would have played, hold on. If you just went on a soliloquy for 30 minutes, if PV would have played Incarnate Wood and lost to them 28-27, then they probably would have been higher up on that poll. But you can't get mollywopped by other FCS teams and then not schedule other high-level FCS teams and think, oh yeah, we're good because we're just winning the SWAC and we can go. No. Go ahead, continue.
So my question, well, a couple of points. Number one, of course, Jackson State, aside from Delta State and Tennessee State, the only other non-conference opponent we had was, of course, ULM. Yet we're still ranked. So I think that given what Jackson State's model looks like right now, I feel like it is very much possible for other SWAC teams to be ranked as long as they perform well out of conference. Not necessarily saying they have to schedule FCS PWIs, but Jackson State is proving that you don't necessarily have to schedule an FCS PWI to be ranked in the top, 25 poll. I will say, moving forward, to your point as well, as far as scheduling, it seems that we have to decide whether we're looking for revenue or we're looking for, trying to position ourselves, hopefully, for a high ranking in the polls. I don't think the two are mutually, I don't think they tie in together per se. So that's a question that a lot of FAMU folks in the chat and those who are calling in, that's a question that they have to pose to their administration. Because again, they've been, and I'm not a fan of the playoffs at all. I just think it's a bunch of culture vulture going on, and it's a lot of racism, a history of that. But as far as FAMU, that's a question they have to pose to their administration to say, hey, instead of scheduling, Central Florida or South Florida, why not schedule a Georgia Southern FBS now, Coastal Carolina, or just someone within that big South, Mid-Atlantic area that makes sense to actually compete with well, and to actually get them, of course, positioned to be ranked in the playoffs. But as far as revenue, I'll say this for everybody on the phone, as well as in the chat, wondering how we can generate revenue. Support your HBCU. And I'm not saying send money to your school, but over the weekend, Jackson State, from ticket sales, netted over $2 million just from ticket sales. And that's not counting, of course, parking and concession. So all these $500,000, $600,000 payouts that we typically go for when it comes to playing FBS institutions, if you look at these stadiums that hold 21 to 25,000, like a Florida A&M or a Southern, if we pack that out and you're charging $25 to $30 a ticket, that's well over $500,000 just from ticket sales alone. So support your Black college. It's not about, there's more than one way to skin a cat, is all I'm saying. And I definitely buy into what Coach Prime is trying to do as far as developing more FCS bowl games, as well as getting a better television package deal, which of course generates revenue for the entire conference. But also, looking out for home by getting our folks to actually get some butts in the seat. So that's all I have.
All right, JB. Appreciate the call.
Thank you. Yes, sir.
Hey, caller, you live. Talk to me. Hey, caller, you live. Talk to me.
Hello?
Yeah.
Hello?
Yeah, you live. Talk to me.
No problem. Hey, so I'm going to try to make it quick. So first thing I want to talk about is, how do you feel about PV? Because I really haven't heard nobody actually ask you that question, but I just want your opinion, true opinion.
I think PV is a good team. I think their offense is really good. I think Jawan Pass is probably, like, I put him in he's the second best quarterback. Could be the number one, could be number two, depending on how he plays. And he throws probably the best deep ball in the SWAC. And I think overall, I think their PV's front seven is really good. Their secondary is not that good, in my opinion.
That's fair. I can honestly say that. In your opinion, what do you think is holding Jawan Pass back? Jawan passed back from being number one.
His intermediate passing is a little sporadic. His short game passing is sporadic.
Okay. So number two, I noticed you was talking about this, and I know many moons ago, me and you said the exact same thing. We was talking about what if HBCUs had, their own playoffs. So I want to know one day, could you, just throwing out suggestions and stuff, because I'm pretty sure you have so many topics wrote down. Not being sarcastic, I'm pretty sure you do. But one day, can you do like your own bracket and have a board, a board and everything? How you would do a HBCU playoff between either
that's
14 teams that you talked about.
No, that's dope.
And do a whole show.
I'll do that. That's dope. That's a good. I'm gonna write that concept down. I appreciate that. That's dope. I like that. For real. That's a dope idea.
Yeah, like you don't have to do it, this week or next week, but like, when it starts, let's say JSU gets ready to play Southern, I'll do it that week because, here come everybody to tune in and stuff, ready to talk that, talk that good cash money stuff. Mm-hmm. That's just me. More views for you. And also, last but not least, I got to do this. We them boys.
How about them Cowboys? I appreciate the call, my guy.
How about them Cowboys?
How about them Cowboys?
See you, man.
Hey, caller, you live. Talk to me.
Man, what up, Scotty?
What's up, Dan?
I'm so glad you brought up that about them playoffs, man. Don't call in talking about no damn playoffs if you schedule them D2 schools that ain't your rivals. And that's what's killing me. Don't, like, a lot of us are getting mad at, like, the conference from our scheduling. Get mad at your damn AD. Your AD and these coaches are out here scheduling this bullshit, and you blame the whole conference on that bullshit that they schedule. And, like, it's like a bunch of hypocrisy. Like, for instance, nobody, like, if you are a Swac follower, they don't bring this shit up until they start winning, and then there's a chance that they may not go to the Swac championship. Then that's when that team will start bringing up playoff. Don't do that shit if you don't blame you. If you ain't for it at the beginning, we don't need to wait till you start winning and then bring that stuff up. Now, with that whole scheduling thing, only one team that we need to even hear playoffs about is Prairie View, because they actually scheduled a schedule that could have got them in the playoffs if they won the damn game.
Mm-hmm.
If you schedule a D2 school, you complain about money games, but you schedule a D2 school, as in Delta State, for a money game, you ain't got shit to say. Delta State is not your rival. That is not a game that made sense. You did not have to play that game. So we don't need to hear shit about that either. Moving on to the other person, other people. I like Fam, but Fam, you ain't have to schedule no damn South Carolina State. I know they're a MEAC rival and all that stuff. You didn't have to schedule them. If you wanted to go to the playoffs or have the fail-safe to go to the playoffs, you could have scheduled Richmond instead. You could have scheduled Samford. You could have scheduled Jacksonville State. If these teams, you keep hollering about playoffs, have a fail-safe for a playoff. Blame your AD. Once again, you have to blame your AD for this bullshit they keep scheduling. And also, I know the guy was talking about how a lot of schools going on 18-hour bus trip. First of all, that's your AD fault, that's your school fault, and that's your damn head coach fault. When Reggie Barlow said he didn't want to drive the bus or be on the bus going to Texas, Alabama State ain't drove to Texas since. They've been flying. Blame your coach, blame your AD, blame your damn school. If you got these small-ass budgets and you aren't charging the athletic fee to your students, blame your damn AD, blame your president, blame your board of trustees. If that's what's killing me. Why do you think some of the smaller schools have bigger budgets than some of the larger schools in the Swac? Because they charge those fees to those students and get that damn money. Like, I'm just sick of hearing this shit every year. Also, when you're talking about a lot of people love, to sideways blame the Swac AD. if you go look at some of his interviews on HBCU Game Day or HBCU Sports Labs, I know some of them shows, you know, you just got to sit there and watch. He talked about a 10 to 15-year plan on the whole SWAC moving up to FBS. Not just one or two schools. He hinted and, you know, talked about the whole SWAC moving up because long as we're FCS, those money games that we play, you're only going to get between $500,000 to $700,000 per game. But if you're FBS, you'll get between $1.5 to $3 million for playing those games.
Oh, wow.
All right. And also, I know a lot of people keep talking about don't schedule those games. Sometimes, you know, it makes sense to schedule those games. Like when people were talking about Alabama State playing Auburn, they got paid almost $600,000 just to take a 30-minute bus drive down the interstate. They got another $100,000 just to play the base. That kind of makes sense. All right. Jackson State playing Delta State, that didn't make no damn sense. Now, you have some schools that play these D2 schools that make sense because they've been rivals for, you know, decades. They've been rivals forever. Like Alabama State and the Tuskegee, that makes sense. All right. Because that's a money game. 2, that's a big rival. 3, the alumni want that. So that makes sense. Playing Delta State does not make no goddamn sense, and you sitting here hollering about playoffs. It just doesn't make no damn sense. And that ain't a game you even had to play. All right? The same with FAMU playing South Carolina State. That wasn't a game you had to play this year. You could have scheduled that way down the road or something. You could have went and scheduled Stanford. All right, you could have scheduled it in Concord Word or whatever if you need a fail-safe to get to the playoffs. Me, personally, I don't like the playoffs, but I want the SWAC to do both. Have a fail-safe, all right? Some schools, you know, they scheduled, you know, the Auburns like Alabama State did, but also Alabama State just came off a 6-year contract where they played Kennesaw State. All right? Before they played Kennesaw State, they had a contract with Jacksonville State, okay? So you're going to have to start playing some of these damn schools. And a lot of people, you know, talking about all the money Jackson State made. I don't know why the hell they put that shit in their contract by Dion getting a piece of the damn gate. That shit never made no sense to me because when you play Southern, you get over 30,000 fans. When you play Alcorn, you get over 30,000. That didn't even make no damn sense. I don't even get that. I mean, shit, you get, man, like stuff like that make me mad. And then we get mad about how schools, you know, don't have the funds to send, you know, football team doing all this, that, and the other. But other than that, man, get mad at your damn AD, get mad at your president, get mad at your bullshit scheduling ass folks, not the SWAC. And a lot of the problems everybody keep talking about, everybody in the SWAC ain't going through them. They're not. But a lot of the problems that you're talking about, get mad at your damn school. But other than that, Scotty, unless you got any questions, anything to say,
No, I don't.
I'm tired of this playoff shit. I'm just tired of it. It ain't gonna happen. The SWAC got a 6-year contract. We stuck in this shit for 6 years. It ain't gonna happen.
Hey, appreciate
But keep doing what you're doing, Scotty. My bad, man.
No, you good. Appreciate the call. That boy funny. All right.
He got no points.
Hey, you
All
got.
he got was 5.
Hey, you live caller. You last caller.
How you doing, Scotty? Look, this is Johnny Houston, man. I you know, as a listener, as a fan, you know, we're sitting out here every day just waiting on that alert, that off-script alert, man. You got us out here fiending, Scotty. You got us out here fiending, bro.
I appreciate it.
We waiting on it. But, you know, I want to say this, man, you know, just overall SWAC. I think, you know, I'm an Alcornite, so I'm a little biased, but I think overall SWAC, we just want to see our product done right. And personally, you know, I would say this: you got some listeners in high places. I may be one of them. I think you and I had to talk, you know, once and early on. But we're gonna meet one day face to face, and when you find out what I'm doing, you know, I want to help. But I will say this: playoff, no playoff. I don't really think we should be talking about anything until we get our situation fixed the best way as possible. Like that video footage from Grambling, Alcorn don't exist online.
Oh my God.
It's a whole lot of stuff that need to be fixed across the board at every school. The commissioner did us a service by signing an exclusive contract with ESPN, and they're not even going to create a show on ESPN to cover it.
That's real.
Which is why we listen to you.
That's real.
So I think maybe you should do a show and talk. I'm not saying what you should do. I'm just saying.
No, you're fine. No,
maybe we want to see
love
you.
some ideas.
Maybe we want to see you talk to the commissioner of the Swac to ask these questions. Maybe that would be a show we were all tuning into to find out what's going on. Because Dion hit it on the head. He wasn't the first one. He's just the most prominent one to say it. But, if we're going to do playoffs, then maybe we should bring the investors to the table and buy out the MEAC. And then the head of the MEAC, the commissioner MEAC, the commissioner of SWAC, they'd be both over the East and West.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have a playoff.
Mm-hmm.
Or maybe it should be a merger, 3 or 4 way merger with Big South and the other one. And then we bring the teams to the table. But we have to elevate our value. How you elevate our value? Well, you, Blue Bloods, and others. And then we create a voting committee. We rank the schools. Just like they do the SEC, Pac-12, all the other ones. We rank the schools. So that's how you get to the playoffs or get to the invitation. But we need you can't do anything without money. Where's the money? We create a classic, but a bowl game requires money.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe we need to bring the investors to the table. Maybe we need to get a group of us to put some money up, put our money where our mouth is.
Where most bowl games are sponsored, that's why you see the Tostito Bowl or the Peach Bowl, or they're usually sponsored.
That's not necessarily true. First, there's a guarantee put up, then they go get the sponsorship. Sponsor ain't coming until there's a guarantee. So the money comes first. So if we got to go put up, $4 or $5 million, guarantee 2.5 for each school, then we go get the sponsors.
Gotcha.
But the money comes first. Other thing, schools, not at this point, the average HBCU is at least 100 years old. There's no excuse for any HBCU at this point not to have 10,000 students. Not when you got black men and all crime is what it is. People just standing around, everybody tricking off, doing bull crap. It's no excuse at this point. So it's time to get the president on the same track. It's time to build more dormitories. It's time to build a city. I mean, if you look at what Auburn University and UGA did, they're in the middle of nowhere, but they built the city around the school. When school is in a UGA, there's 60,000 people in that city. Soon as school is out, the population is going down to 22,000. So, and if you look at Grambling, Alcorn, Prairie View, I'm not Prairie View. Tuskegee, and you got them near 7,000 acres to sell around the school. And I'm talking about dirt cheap.
Yeah.
So it's time to put our money up, and it's time to do something. But we just can't just go do it willy nilly. We need to bring in the consultants. We need to bring in the people with the know-how. Somebody got to pay.
Yeah.
Because black folks always want to go around looking for something for free. We want something handed to us. That ain't ESPN's job. That's our job to do it for ourselves. TV is for sale, not for free. It's a business.
Hey, that's dope.
So
that's a bar
but
right
back to the SWAC. I'm really looking forward to Alcorn and Texas Southern. I hope Prairie View lose this game so we can be number one in the SWAC. But that's what we hope. But on the west side, but I don't think anybody else really got a tough game this week. Not unless Valley pull off a miracle upset.
Yep.
But we don't think that. We don't think that's going to
happen. Hey, appreciate the call, my guy, as always.
All right.
Ivan. Hey, I'm gonna slide you in here real quick. What's up? Keep it short.
All right, man. You didn't make it to our homecoming though.
No, I did, man.
What happened?
I told you my girl said
you missed a classic, bro.
I heard it was lit.
Yo, we pulled the RVs out, man. Listen, man, we had 54,000 people. I ain't gonna be on your live long. We had 54,000 people, bro.
Yeah, I'm gonna probably have to come next year. I'm gonna definitely do next year.
Listen, it's an experience. Our homecoming start on Wednesday, bro. It's an experience Wednesday to Saturday. But you definitely got to come to Alcorn, though. Do that for me. And I'm going to hit you on the offline, though.
Okay.
But I want to tell you, man, I hate you missed it, bro. You know what I'm saying? It was an experience, man.
Bet.
So take care of yourself,
Hey,
man.
you too.
Good to see you still doing the thing, though. You know.
All right, man. Peace.
All right, man.
Hey guys, I'm about to get up out of here. Until we don't have to raise money. Money comes from sponsors. Nah, it's Sunday to Sunday. Oh man. Hey, listen. I appreciate you guys. Listen, be on the lookout for the roundtable. It might be coming this week as well. Definitely having a film breakdown of the Southern and PV game. We'll call it Cracking the Code. All right, for both teams, what they should and shouldn't do against each other. And then you already know my picks on Friday. And then I'm gonna be out of here. I'm gonna be down in Inabina. Me and Miss Script, as you guys love to call her, or Kamala, whatever y'all nickname her. All right, and make sure y'all go check out the LeBron James. Make sure you go check LeBron do his thing. All right. And make sure y'all hit that like button before you get up out of here. I got 300 people. I need to have 300 likes. And if you haven't joined the membership, you see these guys with these nice emblems. Make sure you go ahead and join the membership. Everything helps the channel. Appreciate you. And until next time, yes, I'm gonna be in Inabina. Yes, I am going to Inabina. All right. Until next time, you know I can't even get up out of here. I'm driving. I drive everywhere. I don't fly. I'm not balling like that. All right. I drive. All right. All right. I'm not balling yet, as my girl was. I'm not balling yet. Until next time, you know what I'm going to do. I'm going to holler. God bless.